Hello my gorgeous cherry pies, how you doing? I hope you're doing amazing, just like me today, because I'm super excited to talk a little bit more about my upcoming launch of a fragrance with NAVITUS Parfum. And if you guys do not know already, if you subscribe to the newsletter and leave a comment below, you will be able to win my second giveaway with NAVITUS Parfum. This is a discovery set worth $145, beautiful, exquisite fragrances, and you will be able to discover the brand and find your other favorites, apart from my fragrance, which is not there yet. So yes, the giveaway is amazing. Last one just closed. This one is open now. So do not forget to leave me a comment, subscribe to the NAVITUS newsletter. Everything is linked below. Also guys, my active code for discounts is here for you. So if you still want to purchase the fragrance from NAVITUS or fragrances from NAVITUS, go ahead and use my code. It's also be linked below, and the code is same as usual. So guys, today I want to talk a little bit more about the very much behind the scenes actions that came about when creating the fragrance. I also want to tell you about the full-on fragrance note structure and the perfumer behind the fragrance. So maybe I should start with telling you the note structure, the official one. So this is the official note breakdown of my fragrance, and we have bitter almond and cherry brandy at the top. Then we have chocolate cherry, Turkish rose absolute, Egyptian jasmine absolute, and in the base we have almond cream, vanilla, and amber wood. Of course, there are a little bit more of notes in the background, but these are the main ones. These are the ones that describe the fragrance the most, and these are the most prominent in the fragrance. I must say this fragrance is not a floral, so if you don't love florals, do not be afraid of that jasmine and rose. These are just the anchors. They make the fragrance very feminine and not as cloying. So this is a perfect balance, but what I have to say about it is that I would categorize this fragrance as a gourmand. This is a gourmand that is darker, is sensual, is very sultry, and it also runs quite into the Middle Eastern range because we have that beautiful amber wood. It is just exquisite. I think this is a perfect balance between modern, confident woman and something that's very classy and seductive. So I absolutely adore it. Of course I do, because I'm the creative head behind it, but there is someone that is probably more important than me in this whole process, and that is the master perfumer of my fragrance. And I wanted you to guess in one of my last videos who the perfumer is, and some of you actually did do it right. And the perfumer behind the fragrance of mine is Sidonie Lancesa. And I must say, when it comes to those darker and deeper gourmands, I think she is the queen. The queen. If you do not know her previous work, Sidonie has been working with Kilian for many years. She is the nose behind Apple Brandy on the Rocks, Black Phantom, loved by so many. She has designed so many fragrances from Kilian, also Straight to Heaven, so many beautiful ones, and their extreme versions as well. We also have some Mugler here in her portfolio. She has designed one of the Angel au Croisière versions, the mango one, which many people love. She has also been a nose behind Chloe fragrances. So there is so much in her portfolio that's absolutely exquisite, magnificent work. What else? She also designed Lumière Blanche from Olfactive Studio, which is an amazing fragrance as well. So yes, she has worked with very niche brands and also some designers, so there is a massive wide range of different fragrances she has created, which is amazing because her experience and her own personal taste played a massive role in creating this beauty that we have created. So when I wanted to create this fragrance, I first and foremost wanted it to be quite boozy, ambery, and sweet. Also, I really wanted to include cherry because this is actually a part of my childhood. This has been the fruit that has been around me when I was growing up. So, you know, and it's also very polished. Like, polished cherries are the best in the world, and that comes from even my boyfriend, who is from South Africa, and he can attest to that. Polished cherries are the best, period. Okay, so yes, that's what we have. That's what we wanted to create, something that's ambery, boozy, sweet, gourmand, but also dark and sensual, and also very important, long lasting. This was the part that we did go quite a bit back and forth to make the juice last the longest out of many great fragrances that I've tried. I can attest that it is so long lasting. It is definitely a projecting one. This is a fragrance that definitely will be giving you an impact, okay? This is a fragrance that is going to be a compliment getter. This is a fragrance that has those beautiful, interesting niche qualities to it, but it's also very likable. There's nothing in this fragrance that is too artistic or too over the top. Everything is blended to perfection, in my opinion. It's interesting enough that it can be, you know, cold, niche, whatever that means to people, but it's also likable enough that I think it's gonna be a massive bestseller. I can feel it in my bones. I know truly that what we have created is amazing, and not only there is nothing like that in NAVITUS portfolio yet. I think it was much needed. NAVITUS does have amazing gourmands. I think NAVITUS has some of the best gourmands in the industry, and this is just this gorgeous feminine touch to all of them. This is literally the cherry on the top of all the gourmands that NAVITUS has, in my opinion. It's just gonna be amazing. Also, I would like to maybe reply to some comments of yours that you, since you have read the note structure on my Instagram and stuff, you have been commenting to me that is it like a dupe of Lost Cherry or anything like that, or Kayali Invite Only. These were the two that popped out the most, and the answer is no. Of course, you know, there is a limited maneuvering when it comes to cherry. Cherry will always smell quite the same. You know, you can make it either more bitter or either more sweet, but cherry is a cherry. There's nothing you can do about it. So that cherry note, of course, might resemble you other cherry fragrances like Lost Cherry. However, it goes in a completely different direction. In Lost Cherry, let's say, of course, it's not long lasting, so let's start with that. But Lost Cherry, it is quite nutty. And even though we have almondy touches, quite a bit of it in the fragrance, this fragrance is very chocolatey. It has this dark chocolate with that cherry brandy to it. So it goes in a completely different direction, all right? It's less balsamic, it's more ambery as it dries down, and boozy at the top. So that's not really accurate. I've never been inspired by Lost Cherry. Of course, I do like the scent, but it was not anything that we have considered really. And when it comes to other fragrances like Invite Only, so Invite Only, I absolutely love it. However, that one is very, very woody and completely not what our fragrance is. So I don't think that if you have these two, for example, is it redundant to have my fragrance? Absolutely not. It really is different. It's nothing like I have ever smelled before. You know, even though there is so many variations about cherry in fragrances, this is a completely new take because we have a little bit of Middle Eastern touch, we have a lot of gourmand, and we have a dark bitter chocolate, because in my opinion that chocolate it goes definitely quite dark and bitter. So that's how I would differentiate between those most popular cherry fragrances like Lost Cherry and Invite Only, and my fragrance. All right, my darlings, so that was a little bit of a short video, but I will be making more about my fragrance, and I just wanted to pop by, say hi to you, and tell you a little bit more the master perfumer behind our fragrance. I am extremely pleased, honored, excited, and humbled by working with Sidonie. She is absolutely amazing. This is a master perfumer who, despite their extremely massive experience and knowledge and talent, is so open to changes. It's so open to listening to the other side. This is a person that's so confident in their work. She doesn't, you know, she doesn't take someone else's opinion for granted. It's not only about her and only her artistic vision, it's also about the whole team behind it. So I'm very happy that I was so lucky to be able to work with such amazing master perfumer. You know, it doesn't happen often, and if it wasn't for NAVITUS Parfum, it would be very hard for me to do it. So super happy, guys. That is it for today. Of course, do not forget about the giveaway. It is open for the US, Canada and Europe as per usual. So do everything you need to do. Take the links from the description box. It's super easy, it doesn't cost you anything, and you can win so many precious goodies. So thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next one. Bye!